What is up, Vortex Nation? We are stoked to finally release our Kodiak Blacktail film from last August. Now, to celebrate, we're giving you the chance to win some great gear from our friends at Argali, Stone Glacier, and even an unreleased Vortex product. You can check it out right here. Now, to enter, all you need to do is subscribe to the Vortex Nation YouTube channel and comment on this video between August 20th and August 30th of 2023. Enjoy the video. Good luck.
Hey, check it. Hey, check it.
I'm about to pass out.
Okay.
We did it.
On this hunt, two of my best buddies, Sawyer Briel and Erik Barber, and I are bombing into remote Kodiak Island with mutual friends Brad Brooks and Jason Kauffman from Argali Outdoors. We're chasing Sitka blacktails and high adventure. It will be a hunt none of us will soon forget. Alaska in general is as wild as it gets. Its landscapes are indescribably breathtaking. Simply existing for a few days in this great state can be challenging. Kodiak takes it up a notch. The terrain, unpredictable, and potentially violent weather, coupled with a high density of some of the largest brown bears on the planet, make it one of the most unforgiving places in the world. Kodiak will push you out of your comfort zone. It will test your mind, body, and equipment. All of these things are what draw folks like us to this place. I respect it so much, frankly, it scares me. This is Erik and Sawyer's first trip to Alaska. They are great hunters jumping into this trip with both feet, eyes wide open and stoke level on high. Mike, we're heading to Kodiak, baby. So Sawyer and Brad and Jason took an earlier flight. They are already out there. Willie's back to the plane, so just getting ready to load up, jump on the plane ourselves, meet those guys, and head up the hill.
Howdy.
Morning, guys. How we doing?
Good.
You doing good? Good.
Find any bugs on your way in?
No, it's not a lot of visibility down
No?
there. Pretty nasty. Keep your rain gear out.
Sometimes, no matter how close you are with somebody, there are things you only find out in the moment. For instance, Erik is prone to motion sickness and loves peanut butter.
Open one of those life jacket bags and give him that bag. I don't want it all over the plane.
Needless to say, halfway through the flight, I have an odor I hope doesn't attract bears, and I'm down a base layer top. A quick rinse in the creek and shirt change after landing in the bay have us making a base camp for extra gear we plan on leaving at the bottom and packing to head up through the Alders and into the Alpine. Hiking up from the beach can only be described as an if you know endeavor. It's a tangled mess of brush, it's nearly vertical, and not every route you pick works out. We are reminded of this on our first attempt. Nearly about to break out onto the ridge we intend to camp near and traverse in search of deer, we hit an impassable cut in the terrain. It's simply too dangerous to cross. Late in the day, we make the call to head back down to our drop-off point, spend the night, and make plans for a different way up the following morning. Packing up camp, like I said, gonna head up to a different route and give that a try, and hopefully we can make it to the top today and start doing a little hunting. Our second attempt takes us to the far end of the bay. It is steep but successful. Once out of the alders, head-high salmonberry bushes, although annoyingly thick, provide a comforting level of purchase for grappling our way to the top. Setting up the tent, we got some good weather up here, which is a true blessing. So fingers crossed we can keep it for a little bit, but we just got to the top. Pretty nasty getting up here, super steep, but we're at the top, so that's good. Making camp and then get set up and then hopefully go find a deer for Erik. Erik and I head west, Brad, Sawyer, and Jason east. None of us have been here before, so it's anybody's guess which, if either, is better.
There's a bunch of deer up there. We at least got to get to that high peak.
We hike, glass, and hike some more, spotting a few does as we methodically work the ridge. Eventually, we find a couple bucks bedded in different locations.
And then you see the top of that ridge that has just a little bit of cloud covering it up.
Yeah.
Down and left of there, there's another hump. And then a distant behind that, there's a cut. It comes like this. If you glass right there, just off the left side of that hump, there's like 10 deer right there. I think we, oh dude, and there's more behind them. There's a bunch of deer up there. We at least got to get to that high peak. I mean, that's a lot of deer.
I mean, that's a lot of deer. Let's just,
Yeah, we can
let's just hunt our way over. I can see 2 does. All right, quick update. Eric spotted this group of deer. And so we've been working our way towards them, and we kind of ran out of real estate. We're a little bit exposed if we go any further. And then we just spotted a buck bedded in these alders. We were actually gonna work our way towards those deer and try and get Eric a shot at them. But now that buck is an option as well, but I think the route's gonna be the same no matter what we try, but the buck to the right in the alders is
more stalkable and a tougher spot to get to though.
more stalkable, tough spot. Like if you killed him,
It's gonna be work, a lot of work.
well, a lot of work and a little sketchy depending on where he ends up. So, but we'll get hopefully a better look at as we get closer.
Pushing our chips in, we go straight at the velvet buck, hoping he'll tolerate us getting to a reasonable distance. It doesn't work, and he hightails it over the ridge. Hope is not a strategy. It's early, though. Not long after spooking the big buck, 3 shots close together echo into eternity. We are pumped for the guys, but curious of the outcome. Multiple shots can be a good or bad thing. Eventually, we glass them up a couple mountains over, packing meat. It's confirmed. Something good has happened.
Oh my gosh.
Are you kidding me?
Dude, those are studs. Oh my gosh.
That's Sawyer's.
You're joking me.
My God.
Dude, that thing is huge.
That is a giant.
Sawyer does some fine shooting. I know that. Very fine shooting.
It was,
Dude, that is a giant.
it's a fucking toad, dude.
Thing is huge, dude.
That thing
That
glissaded down a mountain, like
it was.
picked up speed, and I thought it was gonna go all the way to the valley floor.
Oh my.
It smacks into a rock face, which is a creek in the bottom, and then starts careening down the fucking waterfall.
We were shuttling up game bags like this steep up to the. It was wild.
Freeze-dried meals and accounts of the day's events in the books.
When that's all
We hit the tents.
That might be a shoal.
Up before dawn, everyone heads out. Sawyer and Jason are fresh out of tags, Brad is holding out for a giant with his bow, and Eric and I have unfinished business with our side of the mountain and the bucks we saw the day before.
Feeling good, dude. Just putting the finishing touches on my pack.
We're also curious about a potential route to access the ridge across the valley. On the aerials, it looks like you could skip right over as if traversing a golf course on foot. In person, it's sketchy at best with a single possibility in and out. The other problem we're facing is fog. So far, we've hiked a couple miles, eaten a bunch of delicious blueberries to kill time as well as take advantage of the free calories, and set up shop overlooking the big valley cloaked within the clouds.
Visibility's been pretty tough, really in and out. You know, the clouds just keep coming in. So we just found a nice little spot here, nice little lazy boy recliner area in the landscape, and Eric's puffied up, and just gonna kind of wait it out and see if we can see a little bit more. But not much you can do on this.
Brief openings keep us optimistic, but eventually we deem sitting in the rain with nothing to look at is not a good use of time and head back to camp for lunch and a reprieve from the elements. A few hours of pleasant BS-ery in the gear tent later with Brad, including deciding to swap mountains for a change of scenery, the weather breaks and we are rewarded with the sight of 2 separate groups of bucks bedded a few miles away.
I'm gonna get the tripod set up and I'm gonna watch this carnage go down.
Oh, there's 2 of them. So it is about 10 after 4. Little break in the rain, came back, ate some lunch, made some coffee, and got new deer spotted up on this peak up here. So we're gonna kind of ease our way up there.
Admittedly, I don't care for cliffy country in areas where if you slip and can't stop, you're dead. Unfortunately, the path to stay out of sight and not repeat yesterday's mistake has a side hilling several hundred yards across just such an area. I mentioned to Erik that no deer is worth dying for. We agree to disagree and continue our approach. There's just no way to get by the bucks bedded nearest us without spooking them, potentially right by the other group and blowing both out of the country. We run out of real estate a ranged 424 yards from the bucks. Erik takes his time and gets into a solid position for a shot. The trickiest part now, the wind. It's ripping pretty good.
Hang on. Let's just wait. What the hell?
2 shots later, and with me not able to call his impacts due to the sponge-like terrain soaking up his bullets, Erik is frustrated with himself, and the bucks have moved over the hill unscathed.
Dude, I don't know what happened. I have no idea where those misses were going.
I could not see a single impact, Erik. Okay.
Well, we snuck into 424, and apparently that was too far. I don't know what was going on. We came right up over the top. Those bucks were both bedded. The bottom one had stood up and got the pack off, got rock solid on them, dialed, felt good. First shot went off. I was fully expecting to see them fold, and they just stood there.
I was expecting the same thing. I mean, that gun, when we left, was dialed.
Yeah.
And when I saw where you were shooting from, I was like, dude, it's over.
Yeah. I don't know. The good news is, though, they're actually still in sight. They were.
On that ridge line.
Yeah, they're just kind of continuing to ascend the mountain, but there's a couple more deer further down, so hopefully we didn't booger those ones too.
The one thing I can't think of is that wind is ripping right now.
I know.
And I
it's
just
howling
wonder
up
about
this. Yeah, it was so hard you couldn't see impacts. You know.
Like I was I was in the 12s the whole time, and I'm like, I've got like nothing.
Nothing. Sounds like we looked at the footage and couldn't really see anything there either. So.
I mean, those bucks weren't even that spooked when you shot at them. These things hear thunder all the time. I bet those deer that are over there didn't even stand up.
Yeah. Well, I hope that's the case. Let's go find out.
Let's go find it.
99.9% certain we underestimated the wind, but with the off chance of something with Erik's rifle system has changed, nagging in the back of our minds, we trade rifles. I've shot a couple Sitka blacktails and want Erik to get one. Getting to where we think the deer should be, Erik carefully peeks over the crest of the hill. The deer are still there. Right there. A nice buck looking back toward us.
I got it. I got one. I just got the rear end of one.
I shuffle Erik's pack to him so he can get a rest. This is an opportunity we don't want to squander.
got him. I got him, Mark. He's done. He's done.
From my position, I can only see a doe and Erik's dead buck, so I grab my pack and scoop forward with urgency.
Mark, big buck.
That boy, Marco.
We killed 2 hammers.
I'm jacked out of my mind. Then my hands go numb, and I feel like I'm going to pass out.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. You okay? You okay?
I don't know.
What's up?
I'm about to pass out.
Okay. We did it. We did it. Hang on. Mark, you okay?
Coop and Mike eventually stop recording out of respect because they think I might be dying. I take down a couple honey stingers, gulp some water, throw on a puffy jacket, and I'm back in action in short order.
I know we want to get down there, but still, just be safe. Oh my gosh, dude.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Marco.
Oh, dude, he's giant.
Oh my God.
His body is so big.
Oh my God, Mark.
Dude, it's beautiful.
Oh my God, Mark.
It's freaking beautiful.
Collectively, we take in the moment. Both bucks are absolute beauties.
Dude. Oh my God, Marco.
But it doesn't take long for Kodiak to remind us time is of the essence. By the time we have both bucks stowed in our packs, it's raining and visibility is limited. Not long after, we're enduring dangerously high winds, torrential rain, are down a camera, and a pack cover has ripped off and blown over the cliff with an unsettling upward trajectory. The storm that rocked us all night has given way to more than welcome bluebird weather. We take advantage of the sun and light breeze to dry gear and bone meat for the afternoon's meat run, while Brad and Jason head back out to find Brad a buck. Brad has picked up the rifle. In the words of Kip from the movie Napoleon Dynamite, I guess you could say, things are getting pretty serious.
We're bringing a little bit of extra gear with us just so when we do have to take everything out, we'll be a little bit quicker. So
I even felt a couple sprinkles just now. So
let's do it.
Stay slippery, Marco. Yep.
as if it couldn't get any better, a couple hours later, Brad and Jason round the corner of the lagoon. The big velvet rack protruding from the top of Brad's pack and smiles on their faces make it obvious why they've made their way down to join us.
That's what he said about mine. He called it a fork. I'm like, mine, it's got our guy.
Dude, like, I was like, he's got some time length on him.
Beautiful. Oh
Yeah.
my God, dude.
Not bad, huh?
That is gorgeous.
You hear people talk about Alaska in terms of once in a lifetime. Those people have never been. Because Alaska isn't once in a lifetime. It's life-changing. From its overwhelming beauty and grandness that's impossible to process no matter how hard you try, to testing your limits, to bonds and memories forged with hunting partners who only have each other to depend on.
Dude, we did it, we did it, we did it, we did it.
To clarity gained on what is truly important in life. To the majestic animals who call it home. Alaska gets in your blood. It makes you better. It calls at you as if you've left part of your heart and need to go back to find it. Maybe you have. Until next time, Alaska.